do a restock with me of my dog's food, water, all that. This is the food. We mix our dogs different kinds because they each like different ones. So we actually do, for our dogs, we put half bottled water and then we put half tap. And then like if we go on trips, if anybody doesn't know this, you know, a lot of places that you go on trips, they have different kinds of water in their tap. So if we go on trips, we just give them bottled. We also have 2 dogs, one of which drinks a lot of water. The other one drinks some, but not as much. So like I said, we generally give our dogs kibble, and then we do have them wet food, but they only get wet food about 3 times a day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This one is Oreo. She's a miniature border collie. And then we have another one named Gidget, who is a Morkie. This is the culprit who drinks a lot of water. And then our other little dog, Gidget. And also, if y'all see the little curio cabinet, just ignore that. We are fixing that because the manufacturer sent it with an error. So anyway, as I was saying, a lot of times if you have dogs, you know that they will get kibble in their water bowl. This happens quite a bit. So what we do is we give it a quick rinse. And then this is their water bowl. So we have a spot. Notice the sploot. We have a spot right here. And we have these, which are heavier bowls, because it gives them a little bit more weight, so our dog is not as easy to carry it off, because then you have bowls all over your house and water spills sometimes. And again, this is our water drinker. A little bit of an introduction to Oreo. She, again, is a miniature border collie, weighs about 26 to 30. I can't remember what it was the last time that we took her. Our little Morkie weighs about 7 to 8, and that's her range. I think the highest that she's ever got was about 9. So, on to this. Something that I do with our dog is I will sprinkle some kibble, and then I have like food topper that I'll put on there. And then I actually put, which I think is a game changer, this wild Alaskan salmon oil. I think that that's really good for, obviously it says on there their skin and their coat. And then also, like I said, we put the food topper. Our Morkie is actually on some prescription food. Both of them have a tendency to get tired of a food after they eat it for so long, so a lot of times we have to rotate just to get her to where she will eat that. I do go ahead and take these out of the boxes. We recycle all the cardboard and everything. But this is one of the food toppers. They really like the steak, and then they like the cheeseburger from the Purina brand. I think it says on the box, if you go in there, it's like moist and meaty or something. But again, let's restock on this. So one of the brands of dog food that they really like is Beneful. And they do have like some wet food options and we get those. But the hard kibble in here is the Beneful and it's the salmon flavor. That's really the one that they like. Is just the salmon flavor. And then that's just in the kibble. And then the smaller ones, we actually got those on clearance at PetSmart, and those are from the Heels Science Diet, and we had a coupon, so that's a fun fact. We can get coupons. Again, these are a little Beneful that they eat, and then they actually have these and these, and then this is the prescription food that we put on. So another thing that we do every day is our dogs really like taking this, so they'll take it without a treat or anything. But it's Cosequin, and this is for joint health. And we give our dogs about a half. Gidget, we don't give it to her every day. You can see kind of the weight recommended. So Gidget would be in the first one. So we give her about a half every other day. And then Oreo fits more into the second category, so we give her half of it a day. Again, they don't have to have that in cheese. They like the taste of it. And you can see the little Oreo has got a hold of it. And then we also give, because our dogs have really bad allergies, and we had originally started them on an allergy medication from the vet. And then he said that we can buy these from CVS and cut them in half. And so we give them each half of that, and that they do have to take in cheese. Now, as far as this, I just grab a handful. I used to just put a whole packet, but sometimes put a little bit more. But when I would do the whole packet, there would just be way too much of it. And then what I do with the Alaskan salmon oil is I just will tap on that's unopened. So again, with this, it does have like skin health benefits, things like that. It is, I would say, relatively expensive just for how small it is, but our dogs really like the taste of it. And so I just give it a good coat. And then really the one that mostly eats out of the slow feeder bowl is Oreo. She's more so like with her kibble, she'll be inclined to eat out of it, but she will eat just about anything. So that we do once a day. And then over to this bowl. So I had refilled the water in this, but it does lack a little bit, so I'll just fill in those little cracks. But we actually refill this one with the puppy diet. And Oreo is a little bit older than the puppy goes behind this, so we just use what we have. Because we do not like waste in this house. So the puppy actually goes, and this is the chicken flavor. After we're out of this, I don't think we'll be buying it again. But Oreo actually was born in August of last year. So she's about 7 or 8 months, somewhere along that. So we're gonna kind of work her out of that puppy diet. And then as for this, we have water bowls and food bowls all throughout our house so our dogs can get food and get water. This one, again, like I said, all of our water bowls, we do half tap, half bottle. So on to the next thing. We actually have quite a few blankets. That's something that we are not ever short in with our dogs. So I generally wash blankets at least 2 to 3 times a week. So I'm just gonna go in and spread this blanket out. And then both of the dogs like to fluff their blankets, so Oreo will work on that when she goes into her crate. And then onto the pee pad. So I'll get into that one in a little bit, but we actually use different size pee pads for different things. This one is the Target extra large pee pads, which I think we're going to move to the Walmart extra large just because this is a little bit bigger than I would like. And so it depends. If we put Gidget in the smaller crate, we might cut these in half, but we do buy smaller pee pads as well. So another thing, just to have, something for people to look forward to, we do have 2 things coming up this month. Easter, and then the day before Easter is actually Gidget, our little Morky's, gotcha day. So we will be having her a little party, a little thing the day before just to celebrate her. And then the day after that, we will be having Easter, so we'll have festivities. Got their little hats, their little bunny ears. And then these are coordinating, so each of them can be a bunny. Then each of them has a matching Easter dress. Another thing about this channel is that I do want to include things about, things that you can find that are a little bit cheaper. So both of these, and then all of these little shirts, that one and the orange one, all of those are actually from CVS. This one was from PetSmart. This one was from Ross. We actually got these collars off of Amazon. This is Oreos and this is Gidget's. Again, anything that's bigger is Oreos and then smaller is Gidget's. This is Oreo's little Easter dress. Obsessed with this. Found this at Ross for like $5. It was on clearance. Very happy with that. Found this at, I want to say Big Lots, for like $6 or $7. This was off of Amazon. Another thing that we will be doing for Easter, so this will be in the Easter vlog, we are going to do a dog Easter egg hunt for our dogs. And then we're also going to be doing, we have presents for them, for both of the dogs. So I'll be doing that. Also check out, I'm gonna try, again, this is a new channel, I'm just now learning, but I'm going to try to post a short so people can vote for their favorite outfits. So tell me which one's your favorite in the comments. So you can definitely tell that Oreo was over here. She's a little bit in her puppy destructive phase. So a lot of things that we do with this is I try to do organization. And so we have a little stand. Just got this at Target. And then the dog goodies thing is from Goodwill for like $1, I think. So we do have a lot of these. And then we do have a line, just because dogs, inside dogs especially, ours do not have a homing instinct. We do put Oreo on a little line and let her run outside for a little bit because she is a high energy dog. But again, this is where we keep the collars, the harnesses, mostly harnesses right now, and the leashes. Also, this is what her dog crate looks like after we put the pee pads. It looks a little bit better, okay, as far as how the pee pad fits, but again, and then we've got another couple loads of blankets to do. And then We actually have, this is a dual stroller, so it has a bottom and a top. We like to when we have our dogs in the stroller because it doesn't have a attachment that you can clip on them. We like to put them a leash and then tie it around the arm. And again, we recycle. And again, I'm gonna start putting their medications up there just because, as you can see on the rim, Oreo has a tendency to get into that. And we actually have a couple of the prescriptions from the vet in here because she has got them and tore them open. So we are trying to correct that. Another thing, just something to note that we do, we have this in our laundry room. So we actually hang all the ones that we wash. These are ones that I took out of the load this morning, and we let them dry. So down in the comments, let me know below if you all have to do this also. But any of our like Swiffers, anything, that stuff we're going through for the dogs. But anything that's like a cleaning product or anything that pretty much will stand, we have to kind of lock away with Oreo because, again, the teething phase. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of things that she tries to get into. So restock with me this in the next video. I will be organizing their dog station. So yeah, have a good day, and I hope y'all come in for the next vlog. And content, I promise, will get better as I learn more about how to edit and things like that. But this is just kind of brief introduction, and yeah, I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.